Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Eve, again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. And today we're gonna talk about some stuff that I've been getting asked a lot on streams as well as in the comments about. This usually comes from newer players who just joined the Tokyo Ghoul gaming. And they ask, well, like, what characters should you go for? Should you not? Should you skip? Should you go all in? All of that stuff. And today is this like a small guide for those type of people who just started the game, who wants to learn like what are the better characters to go for, what are the like less popular options there. So obviously we're gonna start with uh, most important characters in this game that you really want to do. Doesn't matter if you're a low spender whale uh, or a low spender, obviously, or free to play. Sorry, you want these characters. So first of all, Ayato, he's a standard banner character, not this limited banner character. I'll call it that. He will be there. He's a 300 guaranteed. Again, you want to get as many stars as possible on this guy. He is OP, the best character in the game probably. Maybe only the only character that can actually be even close to him is the Sachi. Sachi is like probably number one in terms of, because he's obviously a pay to win and you pay so much money just to get him. But Ayato, if we don't take Sachi into the consideration, the best character in the game, his damage output is insane, and it's if you go all in on him, you can get him to like at least D, and then use like the refinements that you get from every character you get. Like if you get one, at least one copy of them, like without any stars, you will be able to level up them and get the refinements on the level race for those characters, and that way you can actually, like I did with my Ayat, so you can make him triple as a ghoul there. Other than this, very good tip if you want to get a free to play, very good character, Noro. He's an AoE damage, extremely big amount of damage. He can as well heal himself when he attacks. A very strong character, and he's a free to play if you go to the exchange shop as well. And here in the arena, you can see you can get copy of Noro for 3k, as well as there's like Jason, Naki, and Nico. But I would say, if you want to go for what characters you would want to pick here, obviously I would say Noro, but Naki is also a very good choice here. Like you can try getting one copy here, Naki getting him like two copies and getting him to 1 star, just so he could be in your backup. If while you still don't have anyone to put in your backup, like for example you don't have Yomo, until you get him, or at least until you get the combat Kaneki, Naki could work there for sure. And Noro for sure, like just spend everything you have on Noro after that, and just go with him because he is again OP for a free to play character. Next one is gonna be Juzo. I recommend getting him at least to 1 stars if you want this guy to work. In the beginning of the game, he's gonna work for you really good. He's gonna be your main DPS before Ayato comes to the game. But now with the the servers tend to skip a lot of the characters, so maybe you only go for 1 star here. This is gonna be okay. Without any stars, he's kind of around mid. With 1 star, he becomes more OP. He's actually outputs extremely big amount of damage, but he fallen off just because this guy exists. He's a red type, so he destroys Juzo, unfortunately. But Juzo, again, extremely broken character. But because Ayato exists, Juzo, unfortunately, falls off a little bit. But again, he's a credible character. On auto, on any like mode, he's gonna be very useful for you. On PvE, extremely broken again. In PvP, again, you probably prioritize Ayato here. So again, 1 star on Juzo, you're gonna be good enough to be there. Just to be, you have a good AoE red type, green type damage for you. That's why. Kaneki, I would actually recommend either skip him or just get his base version, just so you can get the refinements for other characters. He's the first character that you will face on the server, and I actually kind of recommend to skip him because, for example, on a newer server, like I saw it, you have three banners actually. You have the standard, you have the new banner, for example, for the limited character like Senta Katsuki here, and you'll have one above it is gonna be Kaneki, and I extremely advise you to skip that banner just because, for example, for Senta Katsuki, you can see that you have other limited characters like Yanami, Renji, Ito, Tatara, all of those characters. And in the banner of Kaneki, you will actually not have them. So if you're going for Kaneki, then you will not be able to, you will not have any percentage for getting those. So I highly recommend skipping him and going for other banners that are gonna be there. Next good character to you for maybe summon on is gonna be Toka. I think I highly advise you go for this Toka, especially going for 3 stars. This character is broken. She's a broken sub DPS, I would say. Her charm buffs so much, and because of her, you can make a broken setup with these Arima that you will see. So, extremely highly advise you to save up for her and go on her at least to get 3 stars. Get 3 stars, you're gonna be good, you're gonna be okay. You can stop there and just use the team up with this Arima. You're gonna be very good to go and do a lot of stuff. Next character after that, Tatara, I think is a really good character. I don't think he's like a necessary, but he's overly good. He's a very good character, and if you're going for him, 3 stars. Otherwise, there is no point for going for the Tatara. 3 stars. Otherwise, again, no point on going for him. Ito, really good support for the Aogiri team up. Again, I advise you to go for like at least 1 star. If you can go for 3 stars, would be great, but 1 star for free to play would be the best choice there. I think on 1 star she's okay. You can stop there. Arima, again, Carnival character. Probably, if I'm not wrong, he's the first one. So whenever you get Arima, I advise you highly again. 1 star on him at least needed. Without 1 star, I think he's not actually that great. If you can get his 3rd star, that would be also great because he can use this one ability that works with his shield really good. So if you're as well pair him up with Renji, that would also kind of work really good. But again, Arima, pretty good. But if you're going to summon for the Carnival, again, only once to go for 1 star. If you're a free to play or a low spender, don't go more than 3 stars. You could try if you're very lucky, but I highly advise you not to stay on 1 star. But 3 stars is pretty okay if you like want to try your luck. But be careful with that in this game. You don't have that much materials for the next character if you go all in on him. Next, Carnival Centipede. So this is where if you're gonna build an Aogiri team, then you definitely need this guy. Before Tatara comes, there's gonna be some time, as well as now on some servers he could get skipped. That's why Centipede is very important. Getting him to 1 star would be best. If you are very again lucky, 3 stars you can try. But mostly I usually advise to go only one rotation on Carnival and stop there, especially if you're free to play or a low spender. If you're a whale, you don't care, you can do whatever you want. But again, only 1 star, 1 star they required, no more than that, you're okay. Next one, Psy Ayato, the light version of Ayato. So there's 2 versions. This Ayato extremely broken, but as I hear, he is getting skipped on a lot of servers now. The newer servers get him skipped, and that's very sad because this guy is broken as hell. Like he's probably in top 10 at least in this game, just because the setup he does with the with his Aogiri team is insane. His passive damage broken. Here, I highly advise you at least get 1 star, but 3 stars is where he shines. Gives a lot of damage for him, boost of damage for him. So highly advise you again for go for 3 stars if you can. This is like not the same like you go with Centipede. I would suggest you if you're building an actual Aogiri and this guy is not skipped on your banner or on your server, go for 3 stars. Again, try to go there. Very good character. Renji, I would actually, if you're not building Anteku, skip this guy. If you're actually not building Anteku, skip him. You will probably not see any use in him if you're not building Anteku. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Combat Kaneki, again, because most of the people building Aogiri, this guy requires you to have 3 stars. Actually requires you to have. So I highly again recommend on him getting to 3 stars. Otherwise, it's not gonna be so good, but it's gonna be okay. But he doesn't get his most OP stuff that he has is his skill level up, and you really want to get this. As well as, but if you can go for 4 stars, getting characters attacks by buffing the damage would be also pretty good. Another character, Sen Takatsuki, a newer character. I highly advise you at least 1 star. 1 star is required for her. Gives such a tremendous boost with this. You will see it for yourself if you try. Like I was trying her on newer server, like with 0 stars, and the difference in buffs is insane when you get 1 star compared to 0 stars. So I highly advise to get for 1 star. If you can get to 3 stars, it would be insane. The difference in between 3 stars and 1 star is extremely big. Like there, you can see how far it is. And she's also no orc, so you can definitely use her in whatever team you want to. Uta here, actually, I advise you either just get his copy, don't go for any stars. You can try going for maybe a 1 star just to get this buff, a very good one. This is maximum where you go. I don't think you want to go for 2, 3 or more stars. I think you should stop at 1 star at max. It's gonna be okay for you. Like you don't really, even though this immunity that he gets from 3 stars is really good, but you're good to go with just 1 star. Stop right there. Akira, there's no banish for her, but again, she's a great character, and whenever you're gonna be doing the fragments, I definitely advise you at least craft her without maybe any stars on her, but just at least try to craft her. Yomo, again, other character that you can craft. So I highly advise you to try to get him to 3 stars. Broken backup character. He got a lot of backup stuff that he gives you. So a really good character, and give him as many stars as you possibly can, as well as you're gonna be using him for the most teams you have. Aside from Aogiri, you're probably gonna be using in everything you have him in the backup. Other characters like Clown, you can get a few stars for him whenever you finish your Naki as well as Noro, just so you will use them for the boss fights in the organization. All, I would suggest you skip him if you're not gonna be, again, building Anteku. In that sense, this is the only character, for the most part, you're skipping most of like 200 characters. And only going for like the main. I would advise you highly, if you're a free-to-play player, go for Aogiri. Aogiri probably the best and like the most free-to-play friendly team. I'm using this one, for example. You can use as well. There is a setups with like this, for example, a really good one. Without Ito here, if you want to still use Ito, I would recommend using Tatara with Ito here, or you can still use Centipede as well and just try to get as many CP as you possibly can. But again, I think still Tatara kind of helps a lot with his 3rd star. You get the good effects, and I would recommend using this one. So this was like some setups that you can do, like what characters you should decide. Obviously, there's I can tell you some teams. For example, this is the Anteku team that you want. There's a video on my channel about the best teams in this game. You can see it and decide what teams like you like the most. There's also some teams like this. This is a more new team that is gonna work extremely good if you have this Toka on 3 stars. In Arima, a lot of stars on her as well as Sen. This team could work really greatly. As well as there is a CCG team that you can try building with this someone. Again, Amon as well. I would suggest you skip him if you're not building CCG. Also, a skippable banner. He's a Carnival character. Even though he's not bad, he's pretty decent. He can do it all, but CCG requires a big amount of investments. So if you're not building a CCG, then just skip him. You will not probably not need him. Even though he's a great character, again, but he requires you to have a very good setup for him in order for him to actually work. That's why I would suggest you just skip him. And the best advice for newer players, just go for Aogiri build. This is the more easier version to build. For example, if you're not gonna go for the centipede, then you can just wait and put Tatra here over time. But you definitely need this Ayato. You can't skip on him. Go all in on him. This Ayato as well, if he's getting skipped, unfortunately, I'm very sad. Then you can just go for centipede. Because of the usually Ayato now is getting skipped on the newer servers, I highly advise, again, going for centipede, then try to get maybe 3 stars on this centipede, and then your team is gonna look something like this. If Tatara's banner again also skipped, you can try using Noro here for some additional damage, as well as maybe someone like Jason could be an okayish choice here to change that up a little bit. But for the main part, you want to get Tatara, and hopefully you'll be lucky if his banner is skipped as well. So this is basically the team you are looking for without this Ayato. But if you have Ayato, again, this is the team. And for free-to-play, low spenders, I'm recommending this team. Even for whales, this team outputs the best for now, even though Anteku is a little bit stronger than them. But for the most part, not a lot of people actually build Anteku and not a lot of them play it. So I would suggest go for this team. But other than this, thanks a lot for watching this video. It was a little bit longer than I expected, but still, hopefully you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe or to join on Discord. I always announce my streams and videos there, so you will not miss it. And have a nice day. I'll see you on the next one.